So I got a camera instead of using a web. Well, I didn't quite get a camera. It's complicated, but my sister had to do a presentation and Facebook sent her a cam. Long story. I don't. But anyways, so we'll call this the Zucker cam. Is anyone here? Okay, we'll just wait for people here. Okay, so the one disadvantage is I can't. Okay. The one disadvantage is that hi, I'm Safari Mukherjee. That when I have to look at your chats, I have to turn around and show my really big nose, which is not very cool. But I hope that in the long run, it'll help the light problem and whatnot. Okay. So today we will be talking. I have to make this. Oof, Ramati. Oh my. Let's try this again. Okay. Okay. Now it looks like everyone can see this. So let's the fun begin. How many people do we have on? Oh my God, we have 6 people. Okay. I probably haven't authorized the monetization, so you probably can't do super chats. But if you can, go for it. And I started my impromptu stream again. I'll be doing more impromptulies later this week when I go back home. I'm still at my sister's. So yeah, keep sending messages and I'll figure out there must be a good way to get this. And so with that, we will begin with the Atlantic's most ridiculous article ever. Well, no, this is not the most ridiculous. I wish it were, but it's not. Okay. Okay, well, keep interacting on stream or else I'll feel lonely. Experts somehow overlooked authoritarians on the left. No, they have not. In fact, just say the word Stalin 3 times loudly and you'll get every one of these idiots crying for their mommy. Many psychologists wrongly assume that coercive attitudes exist only among. It's not about an attitude because this is a society. It is whether or not in order to have a state, you need to use the coercive. Did I accidentally close it? Nope, it's there. Okay. It's whether or not you need to whether or not you need to use the coercive power of the state to function as a state. By Sally Satyal. A brain with the werewolf. Okay, Getty, Atlantic. Okay, let's read about the author. It gets really funny. The author is a psychiatrist at a residential scholar at the American Enterprise Institute. So, for no good reason, I just feel like mentioning this. Did you guys know that in 1920, about 85% of the non-Jewish doctors in Berlin were part of the, Munich or Berlin. I forgot. I've tweeted this. It's either Munich or Berlin were part of the NSDAP. Okay. I'm so glad my Croatian friend is here. Oh, I missed you. I forgot how to say hello in Croatian. Okay, I'll figure this out. Experts, yes. The seductive appeal of mindless neuroscience. She is a visiting professor. This is funny. Okay, Donald Trump's rise to power generated a flood of media coverage and academic interest on authoritarianism. Weird. So it was actually whatever. I really hate the word authoritarianism, by the way, because it is not very accurate. I mean, it allows you to say there's absolutely no difference between liberating Auschwitz and keeping Auschwitz and do weird things. So I just hate that word. That that exists on the political right. Over the past several years, some researchers have theorized that Trump could not have won the 2016 support from Americans who deplore political compromise and want leaders to rule with a strong hand. Okay, no one likes political compromise. Compromise itself is not a virtue. It really depends on what you compromise on. So if you want a pink sweater, like if you want to call the street Ulitsa Lenina and somebody else wants to call it Ulitsa Stalina, and then you guys compromise by calling it Ulitsa Molotova, well, that's a compromise because it's stupid and no one cares. But if one person wants to have slaves and the other person does not want to be a slave, there's no compromising there. That's a fight. That's a death fight. And so this is the liberal attitude of valorizing random virtues without context. So political compromise itself is neither good nor bad. It really depends on the context. And Lenin had a great piece about compromises where he makes a really funny analogy about a bank robber and a car. Although right-wing authoritarianism is well documented, social psychologists do not all agree that leftist version even exists. So what was the past 50 years of you guys bleeding about Stalin? Well, I don't even know what the definition of authoritarian is. If the authoritarian is using the coercive power of the state to force people to do things, they force groups or force people, yes, you cannot have a state without its coercive. State is a monopoly on force, so you can't have a state without a coercive aspect to it. Okay, let's see. But then I'm not, the one problem, okay, maybe, am I too far away? Let me see. Okay, is this better? I can't tell. Okay, this is the worst thing about the side camera being side to my screen is I can't tell what I'm not looking at or how I look. We'll call this the looker cam. Okay, let's see. How do I look? Okay, I look fine, except I need to look up a little bit more. Okay, I will try. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Although, wait, okay, in February, 2020, the Society for Personality and Sexual Psychology held a symposium called Is Left-Wing Authoritarianism Real? Evidence on Both Sides of the Debate. Okay, I feel kind of weird that they've been bleeding about the cold. An ambitious new study on the subject by Emory University researcher Thomas H. Costello and 5 colleagues should settle the question. It proposes a new measure of anti-democratic attitudes on the left. Okay, people's attitude does not matter because we are talking about a state. You can do, like, anyone can believe anything they want, but this is about a state. And if people's attitudes translated into state power, we would have a different state. So a state is usually here to oppress certain classes over others. And yeah, I mean, so this is who cares? Like, if people's, like, this is the weirdest thing ever, is that they're bleeding about people's attitudes when we are really looking at the power of the state. Hi, Gani. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Okay, let's try this. One co-author. What? One co-author. Okay. On the paper, I should note, was Costello's advisor, whom I wrote. Okay, so he sounds like a bad researcher if he's hanging out with her. Intriguingly, researchers found some common traits between left-wing and right-wing authoritarians. So are we talking about the people, or are we talking about the state, or are we talking about the leaders? Because if we're talking about common traits between Maduro and Pinochet, that's a ridiculous thing. If we're talking about, okay, this is just a word salad, I'm sorry. Including a preference for social uniformity, prejudice towards different others. Prejudice against Nazis is not a prejudice, I'm sorry. Willingness to wield group. That is a definition of a state. Cognitive rigidity. I don't know what that means. It's a word salad. Aggression and punitiveness towards perceived enemies. Okay, all of this is word salad-ish. Exactly. Okay. You're kidding. For the past 7 years, just Google social psychology and the word Stalin to debunk this claim. Published last month, apparently. Okay, literally Google the word Stalin and authoritarian in any psychology, and they have not. Trust me, they've made up a lot of crap. In the okay, this one's adorable. In the 1950 book, 1950, The Authoritarian Personality, an inquiry into the psychological makeup of people strongly drawn into autocratic and repressive politics. The German-born in 1950 scholar Theodor Adorno. Okay, let's check about this German-born scholar on what he was doing 5 years earlier. Okay, let's see. He was a Frankfurt School. He was okay. What did he do in 19? They seem to be obfuscating these critical years of what he did between 1933 and 1945. And his Wikipedia. This is the okay. Okay, this is okay, so apparently he did go to New York in 1937. Okay, fine. Okay, but I don't know. We should not be citing any German-born scholars in 1950. I'm sorry, especially of the. Okay, who are the three? Can somebody look up who the other three German-born psychologists were? In the mid-1990s, influential Canadian psychologist Bob Altemeyer described left-wing authoritarianism as the Loch Ness Monster. Okay. Okay, this sounds like nonsense. The Trump era can deepen psychology's conventional and authoritarian. Okay, you're joking. Have you guys forgotten about the Cold War? Have you guys forgotten about the Cold War? Literally, you've forgotten about the Cold War during this entire time. Yep. Yeah. So, anyways, I guess that was it. So this entire thing was them quote unquote forgetting about the Cold War. Yeah, please take a minute to hit the like button, like John Y. Spinoza. Yeah, and this is like the most stupid article ever. Not the most. Atlantic has outdo the capacity for stupidity by the Atlantic. let's see, what else do we have to talk about? I just wanted to test the new camera out, and yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do in monitoring, because I need to I guess I don't need to see this, but because there's like a contrast between yeah. Oh, anyway, let's see, what did we forget anything else? No, besides the Atlantic's capacity for extremely stupid articles. How, I always wonder, like, how do you have this many like people writing, like, it's like, I don't understand any of this. Okay, but like I said, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I mean, it's all about, yeah, you should, I mean, they should just be banned from offices. Like, some people, like, I always have a fantasy about like what's going to be banned after the revolution. Remember, we decided, oh, we should make a list about what's going to be banned after the revolution. And I will make, I'll keep a running tally. So far, we have YouTube, all YouTubers, including me, the Atlantic magazine, The Economist, anything else? Op-eds. We are banning op-eds. We are definitely, hi Angel, we are definitely banning op-eds after the revolution. Anything else that needs to be banned after the revolution besides op-eds? Yeah, op-eds definitely should not exist. I mean, what's the, like, I've seen more insight in a 4chan channel than in a single op-ed. Let's see, what else? So we're definitely banning op-eds. YouTubers, YouTube. I forgot what else. Oh, Economist, The Atlantic magazine. Oh, Radio Free, of course. That's all of American propaganda is going to be banned. Okay, okay. We'll keep a running list, because as we'll start adding Vosh. We're definitely double banning Vosh. Gamers, yes, gamers are going to be banned. Let's see, what else can we? Yes, CNN, 24-hour news needs to be banned. News needs to be 1 hour a day, and you need to do editing, and what, like 1 hour a day, and then it needs to be edited, and high quality. So 24-hour news is banned. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can put it up on the stream later, or I'll share it on the stream if you give it to me. What else can we ban? Fiberglass? No, we might need fiberglass. Gusanos. We should definitely ban gusanos. Gusanos need to be banned. We need to replace all Confederate statues with that of Che Guevara. Yeah, that was my idea, is that replace all guarimbas are the Venezuelan version of gusano, so yes, they need to be banned. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I was just testing this, but I'll be back later this week with the Aeolus Drift. Gave me a great idea where we go track your stuff, so that we can. Oh, okay. So that we can explain what labor aristocracy or imperialism is to people, and with that, Falun Gong, of course, gets banned. Highways. Oh, I know. Highways are going to get banned, and everyone has to use high-speed rail. Highways. Lawns. We are definitely banning lawns. Lawns are counter-revolutionary and should not exist. We are totally banning lawns. Suburbs are going to get banned too, because they're also equally bad as lawns. Lawns and suburbs. Golf courses. Yeah, golf courses are going to get banned. Okay. Anyways, with that, this is just a short stream. Thanks for coming. I'll be much more online over the week because I'll be back home. Bye-bye. Oh, Sloboda narodu, smrti fascismu.